beefing with your coworkers be so funny. Like, why am I getting mean mugged by somebody's grandma? Like, I don't want no smoke with none of the Golden Girls.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I just have to come on here and say this how I feel it. Recently, I took a leave of absence from work for some personal reasons. And I don't really have too many of my coworkers on my social media page, and y'all can understand that. You know, the real ones understand why that is. But because I work with some people, and I don't care. I don't care if you see it, if you listen it, if you're offended by it. I don't care. But I work with some people that are messy, nosy, and miserable, and they create fake pages, or they create pages without faces and with weird usernames, and they've been following me, and it's gotten back to me that, oh, she took a leave of absence, but she's been posting on social media. First of all, I do what the fuck I want to do. Second of all, mind your own motherfucking business. Third of all, don't judge my life by no fucking social media page.
Y'all, while I come into work, look on my desk, and somebody gonna write something disrespectful on my wall. Hold up, because I'm not even playing with y'all.
I wish this was a joke, but Coworkers is so fucking messy. Yeah. And I'm included in it, but let me tell you how. So it's this one coworker, and a lot of people consider him to be lazy, if you know what I mean. So me and him is standing at the register, minding our business. So he looked at me and he was like, Mimi, who worked with us tonight? Who worked with us tonight? So I tell him, you know, the people that I think that work with us, because we can see on the schedule, you know, who work with us or whatever like that right there. So when I said this one specific individual's name, he looked at me, he was like, dang, I heard he'll never do that, so I think we're going to be the only ones working. That's exactly what I did to him. And he looked at me and he was like, what's funny? You know, like, why, what you laughing at? I was just like, nothing, and I walked off. And the reason that I did the laugh is because the same person that just said that about another coworker, remember I just told y'all in the beginning that a whole bunch of our other coworkers think he is lazy as well. So it just was hilarious to me, because it just like, what? I'm thinking to myself, not you calling somebody lazy, and the word got to me that you lazy. Like, what? Coworkers so messy.
Okay, so I'm sitting here right at work, right? I'm here early. I'm like the first person to get here early in the morning. I'm playing my church music. And I'm reminded of that post, that guy that was just like, the messiest person in your job is the one that play church music in the morning. Okay, so he said it's the same one, the one that play church music in the morning. Okay, listen. I'm not messy, but I am nosy. Okay? Because I need some updates on what's going on with you and your man. I need some updates to see out the house or whatnot. Did you kick him out? What happened? Now, I'm not messy, but I'm nosy and I need the updates. Not me walking in, everybody huddled up, and I'm trying to figure out what's tea. Whole time I'm the tea. Whole time I'm the tea. Not everybody stopping. As soon as little old me walking, like, nah, finish what you said. Finish what you said, because we want to know what was said. You got an issue to say it. Like, my whole thing is like, you mad about an assignment? You mad about where I'm going? Whole time you go and do that assignment willingly, regularly, on the regular. Like, that is so insane to me. Like, but all of a sudden, because Brittany have it, all of a sudden it's a problem. It's a problem? Why you don't take that up with management? They made the schedule. I didn't make the schedule. And that's how you know that bitches just love to hate you. Bitches just love to hate you. They're going to hate you regardless about nothing but stuff that's out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. I go where I'm assigned. You know why? And I don't put up a fight. You know why? You know why? Because there's nothing I can do about it. Because I cannot refuse an assignment. I cannot be insubordinate. You know, other people might have the pleasure of doing it. I know that I don't have the pleasure of doing it. Like, so fuck is you mad at me for? What did I do? I just walked in and received my assignment like you received your assignment. Y'all mad at me. All of a sudden, I walk in, everybody quiet. Nah, keep talking. So I'm like, why I feel like people was talking about me?
everybody quiet when they change the subject. Nah, I'm like, well, I'm right here, so if anybody got anything to say, now everybody's quiet as it's kept. Bitch, you're a pussy. But then again, that's how you know that people not really about nothing, that people really just dislike you because they just dislike you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a problem with my work ethic. I've never had a complaint about my work ethic. You have a problem with me. Because at the end of the day, why when I'm walking in, everybody trying to shush you down and change the subject and say, oh, hi, Brittany. Hi, Brittany. When I walked in, I deadass was like, yo, like, why I feel like everybody was talking about me? Like, what's up? Like, I'm right here. And nobody had nothing to say. And that's how you know none of her grievances was work related. None of her grievances were due to my work performance. It wasn't, because I never have a problem with my work performance because it's exceptional. And the problem is that you want to bicker with me as if I have any control over the schedule. I don't. I show up just like you. And I go where I'm told. And now you did all of that talking shit about me. I asked you if there was a problem. You didn't say shit. When I was leaving, I heard that everybody started to resume and start talking again. But that's fine because y'all never say it to me. And at the end of the day, bitch, you still got to go where you got to go.
The biggest red flag in the workplace is hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Sit down now. Let me tell you everybody business up in here. Let me tell you all the mess, all the tea, all the gossip, all the people I don't like and how I don't like them. Because truth be told is, don't nobody like them because they don't do their job. All they do is keep mess going. Tell me I'm lying.
Wait, what's your birthday again? June? Okay, so you're a Gemini? Oh my... Can I have some? I don't have cooties. Gosh. So I just dropped off bread for your table and they totally need refills. Slacking a little? My god, you're so annoying. Oh my god, stop. Kevin. Kevin. Wait, are you cut already? Help me do my side work. Please. Order some wings for me. I'm so hungry. Come on. Please. What time do you work tomorrow? You work morning? Switch. Come on, switch. We're all gonna go out for beers after. Switch. Juan will switch you, right? Right, Juan? You're gonna switch him? Yeah? Okay. Hey, bring me a Red Bull tomorrow. You better remember. You better be thinking of me. If you quit, I quit. Am I gonna bully, you know, like...
You know why a lot of these jobs are short-staffed and have high turnover rates? It's not because people don't want to work. It's not because people don't need to work. It's because of management. It's because of y'all team leads. It's because of y'all store managers, y'all general managers, your shift supervisors. All of those people, it's because of them. Number one, they allow the position to go to their head. That goes without saying. We all know that. But I would say in time for number one, like 1A, is when corporate comes, y'all will literally throw good employees under the bus even when there's no need to, just to make sure that you look good, just to make sure that you're doing your quote-unquote job, when we all know that majority of the time you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But when corporate comes, you want to make it seem like you're running a tight ship and everything is just a-okay all the time, when you know good and well that is not the case. A lot of y'all are gonna run these people's businesses into the ground.
Don't even get me started about these supervisors who only work or pretend to work only because the boss is there, the owner is there. Other than that, they are just doing such a poor job. But in order to keep their job, they work hard while the boss is around. 100% eye service. Like, it's crazy to me. The rest of the time, you don't do anything. You act like you are working, but you are not working. When the boss comes around, the next thing you know, you're working so hard. It's so fake.
One thing that I would never understand and like confuses me daily, work beef. Like when the coworkers be having drama, it just throws me all the way to fuck off. You come to work, they in the corner gossiping, talk about her, somebody in the front wants a cappuccino. What are you doing? Why is there tea? Why is there gossip? We work in a daycare. What the fuck is going on?
So have all of us as nurses just decided that we want to quit now and we hate our jobs? Or is it just me? I'm starting to see it everywhere now. There's multiple call-outs. People are losing their passion for nursing. Ratios aren't safe at all. You're getting insulin drips with like 6 patients. 6. Techs are literally lazy and basically useless to the floor and expect you to do everything. Like, one thing after the next, one thing after the next, one thing after the next. We're expected to do our job, have precise charting, do all these education modules before certain deadlines. Like, what other expectations do you guys have of nurses that we have to do? Like, our heads are literally spinning every single day we're clocked in. And then when we go home, it's like, we still have PTSD from the shift you just had. It's like, this ain't it. This ain't it. I don't know, guys. I need some tips as to something else I could do. A skill, a trade, different job, something. Because this ain't it, y'all. I could go in all day about some story times, guys, stuff I've dealt with. And you just reach a breaking point. Like, a lot of nurses are burnt out, we're tired, and the pay's not matching. The pay's not matching. They need to up it up, or just give safer ratios and really have a one-on-one talk with techs, because it's gotten to a point where they expect the nurse to do everything just because we're nurses, and that's not right. Like, you're here to do a job, and they're not taking delegation well. It's a whole thing. But, like, we are supposed to work as a team. If you're not going to do your part or do your job, clock out and go home. If I'm doing everything myself, like, you're basically useless to the unit. But that's a whole different story. But I don't know, are you guys also burnt out? I'm starting to see it at my job, and it's getting worse.
I had beef with this old man from my office. So old, he probably should have retired years ago, but he refuses to retire because he's lonely, has nobody in his life, so he comes to annoy us in the office. He'll ask me to do things that are not in my job description, and sometimes I'll do them, or I'll tell him, like, I don't have time to do this right now, but I will get to it in X amount of time. And he'll just walk away, and he was walking away. He's like, it's not like you want to work. What? Then the next day, he asked me to do something else, and it's something we don't do. So I was kind of like going back and forth with him, and then he was finally like, oh, you know what, you don't have to do it. Duh. But anyways, I was like, okay, thanks. So I turn around and keep working because I have so much work. So I don't have time to waste having more conversation than I need to, because I have so much work right now. And as he's leaving, he's like, it's not like you wanted to do it anyways. Another day, he was like, if you don't want to do something, just tell me and I'll do it. I told you I would get to it in the time order that I got it. Like, what do you mean? And the last thing that he did, he sent me an email around 12:30. He called me at 1. I hadn't done it yet because it was not high priority, and I had a bunch of emails I still had to get to before 12:30 that I had gotten before like 12:30. So he calls and he's like, hey, did you see my email? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it today. And he's like, I needed it to be done already. And I told him, I can't do it quicker than you give it to me. You gave it to me half an hour ago. I have a bunch of things on top of that are higher priority. This isn't a high priority case. I'll get to it today, like I told you. He was just like huffing and puffing, and I was just like, all right, like he was trying to like complain and yell, and I was just like, Steven, I talked to him. I just told him, I'll get to it today. Is there anything else I can do for you? Like, you and me going back and forth is not going to make me get to it anytime sooner. If anything is taken away from time that I could be working on something else so that I could get to this sooner. So is there anything else you need me to do or I can do? Otherwise, I'll get to this today. And he finally was just like, oh, okay, and hung up. I have so much beef with this man that I've been thinking about looking for a new job, because I just, like, how long can you put up with someone like that? I'll keep you guys updated.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Some females just don't want good friends. That's it. That's the message. That's that. Some females don't know how to keep good friends. They don't know what a good friend is. They don't know when they fumbling a friend. Like, it'd be like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, what is wrong with y'all that y'all drive away every female that come into y'all life? That's weird. It's weird behavior. But let's jump into it. Let's get into this story time. So, boom. I had went to my coworker's baby shower. Keep in mind, she invited me to the baby shower. This is on a Saturday. We here in Detroit, it's hot. People be outside. People be busy on Saturdays and Sundays. People are busy. So when people take out the time to come to your event, you should really appreciate it, okay? So I went to this baby shower. Of course, it was coworkers, you know, people that I knew at the baby shower. So one of the guys at our job, he had walked in there, and he had also walked in there, like literally walked into the baby shower with his friend from work. Okay. So when I spoke to him, when he came in, I was there first. When he came in, I said, hey, just like that. Also spoke to the friend that he was with out of respect. Like, hey, I be seeing y'all, you be in our work area at work. I know this is your friend. It looked like y'all was coming together. I just spoke to her just, hey, like that. That's all. That's the only interaction that I had with this coworker that was at the same baby shower of another coworker. That was it. Okay, that was it. So boom, nobody knew that I was at this baby shower. I didn't take no pictures. I didn't post no pictures. I didn't post no pictures with her. I didn't post no congratulations with her. Nobody knew. Nobody that wasn't at that baby shower would have knew that I was at the baby shower. Okay, cool. So boom, I'm talking to somebody else from the job. They specifically said, hey, I was talking to such and such. She said you came to her baby shower and it seemed like you and Frank be fucking or is fucking or whatever the case may be. Pause. Like, how could you even come to that conclusion off of me saying hello to somebody, to my coworker? Like, what? Like, what be wrong with y'all? And then it be the same people and you talking to them at work and they be like, yeah, I don't have any female friends. I need to be around more female friends. Like, stuff like that. Like, this is why y'all don't have friends. This is why. And then instead of me, like, making a big deal about it and doing that he say, she say at work, I'm just going to start doing story times and I'm going to start changing the names and the time and the setting. And I'm just going to upload it. And then when it roll across your desk, this is the reason. This is the reason why I don't fuck with y'all weird asses. This the reason. And I damn near wanted my $100 gift back. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Again, your coworkers are not your friends. They're not your friends. You guys are only there speaking to each other because of work. Stop doing activities outside of work with people that you work with. It's always a horrible idea. Even if you guys are cool, don't do it. They should not know your Instagram and all other platforms. They really should not know any of those things. Keep your stuff private. Keep your life private. There's work life and then there's personal life. Try your best not to mix the two, because there's always nosy people who want to know everything about your life and use that specific information against you when it is convenient for them, just to have power over you. It's a power trip. It's a power play.
I am having a beef with that department, within my department. Let me explain. It's microbiology. So there are subsections. Microbiology such as mycology, bacteriology, AFB, PCR, molecular, parasitology. The department that I'm having beef with in my head right now, AFB. Let me tell you why. People have been playing in my face. And AFB always have good stuff and they never want to share. And when they do it, they give you a little bit just to be like, oh, look at me, I'm helping you. Well, the joke's on them today. I'm having the beef. And unfortunately, I cannot be direct and be like, let's talk about the beef. The reason why is then they'll know what I did this morning. And they can't know what I did because I know what they did. They've been doing. And we can't have that. I'm going to use this information to my knowledge, to my advantage. This knowledge is very important for me to use right now. And they can know that I know what they did, and they cannot know what I did, and know that I know what they did and have been doing. Okay. AFB, my beef is this, and I'm telling you because I can't tell them, obviously, right? So, like a little bit after the pandemic, right? We usually use these tissue grinders. We have to grind these tissues, break them apart before we do setup. Bacteriology, any department, we have to do that. Okay, cool. I'm talking solo because directly from this room is AFB. Okay, so they have been giving us, and they've been using, apparently, and so it seemed, like these terrible tissue grinders. And these tissue grinders, we got them because the company said, somebody walked in here, I had to stop real quick. Anyway, the replaced grinders that we started using were terrible, mediocre at best. So AFB orders the tissue grinders and they distribute them to our lab. Okay, we thought we were all doing and struggling together. It's wrong because today I found out something different. I was scheduled to do setup today and I have a bunch of tissues, so I have to grind. In AFB, so anyway, I went back to AFB and I pick up these boxes, right? I'm having a lot of people walking here and they cannot know what I know. So I pick up the boxes, I go to bacteriology to do my setup. Because I took computers and my college aren't working since that thing happened with the computers. I open up the box. I'm expecting to see those raggedy ass tissue grinders. Guess what I find? The good ones, like the beautiful, the good grinders. They've had them because they had 2 boxes in there and I just took it. They've had these grinders and they'll be distributing these terrible ones to the rest of us. And now I cannot tell them I know what they did because then they'll, I don't want any. I want to be able to take the boxes and their counts, whatever they're expecting to have is not gonna add up. Like the math is not gonna add up, and that's when they're gonna start asking questions. And that is when we're gonna talk about what they've been doing to us. I I did my setup. I was so excited. Pissed also because they've been playing in my face, right? So that's the beef we got going on right now. In my head, one-sided, I know, but still, we got beef. I give some to the bacteriology setup person. I was like, do you want some? He was like, hell yeah. I'm like, have you known about this? He was like, nah, only the other ones. I'm like, oh, get some. My supervisor came. I was like, mess, look what I have. She's like, the grinders. I'm like, the grinders. They've been giving us. They be playing with me. Now I know. Thank God the supervisor and the lead are in this week. That is why I was able to go in there and look for myself. Otherwise, they would give me, and I will accept what they give me. But not that I looked for myself. Look what I found. Next time they hand me, I'll try really hard. But I'll be like, you don't want to give me the good ones? I know you got them. Now, I have to pretend I know nothing, that we only have the terrible ones available. But I'm thinking I'm going to go to our person who orders for the lab, and I'm going to ask for the good ones. And if they deliver, I'm going to keep it for me and bacteriology, because AFB's playing with us. And that's a T. So we got to act like we don't know anything. I had to tell y'all. Bye.
On the way to work. So let me just get this off my chest. Because, you know, you can't say stuff at work, so you have to say it before you get there. Okay? Don't piss me off today. Because why are we running around acting like kindergartners, telling on people? Stop telling on people. And then you telling on people for the same shit y'all be doing. Don't do that. Like, because you don't want me to tell on you. Better be glad I ain't no snitch. But when it comes down to my job, everybody can go with me. Everybody can go with me. So, message of the day. Stay away from the haters. We are not embracing the haters today. We are staying away from them and enjoying our Friday. Okay? Bye.
I had beef with my boss. So, I'm not with this job anymore. I was with the job for a good bit of time. I was a day oneer since that building opened. And over time, I developed friendships. I was one of the youngest people there. I was 21. All these people I was friends with were in their 40s. And basically what happened was I was very close with my boss. My boss invited me and a couple other people to his house to have drinks. His wife was there. Nothing weird was going on. So we sat around the fire pit, we had drinks, we were talking, laughing, having fun, all of that good jazz, talking shit, you know what we do. And he told us, he was like, you guys can't tell anybody else that I invited y'all, cause it's, it'll look like favoritism and whatever else. I mean, it is favoritism. You can't invite some people, not everybody. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, it doesn't matter. He invited us. He said, do not tell anybody else. It'll look like favoritism. I'll get in trouble. Following week comes. Somebody told somebody that we were invited to his house and we had drinks. And that somebody that it got pinned on was me. I did not tell anybody. But I got in trouble for it because all these other women, like I said, they're in their 40s. They all band together and decided she is the one that did it. Again, it was not me, but I got called into his office, and basically what had happened was he told me, I will never trust you again. You will never grow in this company as long as I'm here. And, yeah, stuff like that. It was terrible, truthfully. And I was in there and I was very upset. I was crying because I was like, one, I'm young, and two, I'm like, I didn't do this. Like, I really didn't do this. And now I feel like my entire career is getting ruined because somebody's saying that I did something that I didn't do. And I'm not the type of person to defend myself if I didn't do it. Like, I don't know. I'm a very straightforward person. Anyways, so I'm in there and I'm crying and I'm like, I didn't do this. And he's telling me, like, I don't believe you. Like, we have the proof that you did. That doesn't make any sense to me. What proof? Because I didn't tell anybody. So, leave the office, and all of these women already know that I'm now cut off. So they're all phasing me out. They will not look at me. If I start heading towards them, they walk away. It does not matter if it has to do with work or if I wanted to just talk to them about whatever. They will not talk to me. They will not look at me. Now, this boss is giving me all the crappy work. He's giving me really crappy stuff to do. He's trying all his best to write me up for whatever he can. He's just sending me terrible emails as well, like emails, just terrible stuff. And then he's also making jokes about my looks, about my relationship, about just anything that he knows will get to me. I think it was in hopes for me to either quit or I don't know what it was. So that has happened. And then he finally decides to give me a report to do that goes to corporate. So a report to do that goes straight to corporate. And he does not give me any training on it. And how am I supposed to do something that I've never done before if I don't have training? And that was the point, because he's like, this is going to go to corporate, and if she doesn't know what she's doing, they're going to know that, and she's going to get in trouble for it. So I'm trying my best to learn what to do because I don't know what to do, and he's telling the people that know how to do it not to tell me how to do it. But anyways, I like tried figuring it out, and I was kind of doing it right and also kind of doing it wrong, because like I'm looking at the old reports. I don't know. It was a whole lot of BS. So I see a job listing pop up for the same place, just under different manager. My current manager does not like this other manager. He has a grudge against him for whatever the reasoning is, whatever. I apply for this job. And in the job description, it says, cannot have any write-ups. I do not have any write-ups currently. And I do not tell my current manager that I'm applying for this position because I know he doesn't like this other manager and he doesn't like me, and I know how this is going to turn out. So I don't tell him, and I let things play out as they're supposed to. And he sees that I applied, and I think he gets to going to writing me up. And this other manager comes up to me before I already went through my interview and everything. He comes up to me. He pulls me aside. All right, mind you, this other manager, my current manager, checks cameras. So in this building, there's cameras everywhere. This manager, my current manager, has a wall of TVs so he could check cameras all day long. So he spent a lot of time watching me on his camera so that he could find something that I'm doing wrong when I was out on the floor. And this other manager knew that. He pulled me into a room that does not have any cameras, and he goes, we have to go in here real fast because I know what's happening. Pulls me into this other room, and he goes, I'm giving you the job, but you need to listen to what I'm about to tell you because your current manager is about to write you up. The write-up is BS. He said he's about to write you up. The write-up is BS, and I need you to go home early, right now. Tell him, tell him you have an emergency, whatever it is. Call off tomorrow, and you're going to start your position on Monday. And that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. And I came in on Monday, and I had an email from my old manager saying he had a write-up going for me and that I got lucky because I had whatever my emergency was and that I got this position. And he wouldn't have allowed me to have this position if whatever went on. He also said he would be keeping an eye on me. And yeah, so that happened. I sent a professional email back just saying thank you for your time. Thank you for having me on your team. And, I look forward to growing in this company and, being trained in my new position and training others. Basically, be a little bit petty, but not too petty because you got to be professional, So I do that. And then, fast forward a few months. He is still watching. It might be a whole year, actually, but he is still watching the cameras. I take 2 extra minutes in my break I had to pee. So I take 2 extra minutes in my break. I've never done that before, but there was someone else with me, and he finally caught me on camera, and he sees that I took 2 extra minutes, and he gives this to my supervisor, who does not like me because I spoke up about something. He had something against me, whatever. Gave that to my supervisor, and my supervisor was elated about it, and they gave me the option to either quit or get fired. So I quit. Mind you, the other employee that I was with did not even get talked to. That took the 2 extra minutes as well. I had no other write-ups. There was nothing else that I was spoken to about, or I never had other corrections. But yeah, I'm not with that job anymore. Obviously, I'm with a better job, and I'm a lot happier, and I'm not stressed, and my mental health is a lot better. I'm getting paid a whole lot more. But yeah. And that is how I had work beef with my boss, who was 2 times my age.
You went to your boss's house. Why in the world would you even do that? Boundaries. And he is messy as hell. That boss is so messy. And now that he knows everything about you, he will use that information against you to put you down, to get to you. The less people know about you, the less that they can use it against you. A lot of people are extremely petty from the jump. That was a huge mistake.
So I was telling this story on live last night, but I'm going to tell it again because people are really nuts. Like, they are really sick in the head. So I got this coworker or whatever, and his ass always be complaining about something. Like, never happy, never satisfied, so miserable. And it's just like, realistically, nobody wants to work. Like, nobody wants to be here, but we make the best of it or whatever. So it's kind of like every time when he grumbling and being miserable and complaining about stuff, like, I just find myself like dodging him because that shit is heavy. That shit is a lot to weigh on you, and especially when somebody doesn't want to do something about the problem. So it's like he have a supervisor that he keep getting into it with. I've gotten into it with that same supervisor. I escalated the situation because I understood what was happening, and I understand that if I don't say anything, it looks like I'm the problem, and this person just keeps having a problem with me. And also, like, you cannot bully me, like, you cannot pick on me. So I've been telling him what to do, telling him the steps that he needs to take. He doesn't want to take any of the steps. He just wants to complain. He complains about everything. And at this point, it's like, you just want to complain. You're not even venting. Like, you just want to complain, and it's fucking annoying. So I find myself dodging him. So one day after work, we on the bus or whatever. I'm sitting in my seat right here. We're separated by an aisle. He's sitting on the other seat in the back. That's right by the back door or whatever. So he was like, yo, you went to the meeting? Like, yo, these niggas playing with me. I'm like, what happened? I noticed from the other day this hospital been using cheap bacon. They make more than enough money. Like, I do not like this bacon. If the meeting is not mandatory, I'm not going. I'll just wait for somebody to relay the message. So basically, in my department, you put in your vacations at the top of the year. So this January 1st, you put in all the vacations that you want for the year, just to make sure that you can get the days off that you really, really want, because it goes by seniority. The person who's doing the vacations is new to doing the vacations, and he basically messed up, and he was getting too many people off on too many days, and we've just been short, and it's just been crazy. Mind you, there's like 15 people out on workers' comp or what. So now they switched it up so it'll be easier for him to be able to put people off at the right amount of time and not too many people are off. So we do it 6 months at a time, 12 months in a year. So we do from January to May, and then from June to the rest of the year. So now it's after work, and we on the bus, and he on the bus hooting and hollering about something that don't need a hoot or a holler. I'm talking about some watch me and them, me, I got called the union by them. And I'm like, what happened? He like, oh, I need to go back home. How they gonna tell me I can't go back home? How they gonna tell me that I can't put up a vacation? I'm like, well, they're the boss, so. My thing is like, what you gonna call the union and say? He didn't say you couldn't go on vacation at all. He just said that they're changing the way they do vacation. You're not the only one here from a foreign country. They know that some countries it take days to get there. Yours only takes 3 hours to get there. Jamaica's not that far. So I start to realize why he possibly could be upset, and it's obviously over buying the tickets, because the closer you get to the vacation, obviously it's the more expensive this flight is going to be. So then I start to reassure him and tell him that if he tells the supervisor that you're a go yard, that him and the other people that are traveling abroad to go home would have some type of leniency. Mind you, I know this to be fact that you really could tell them that you have a flight to catch and you're going home, because he's not the only person that goes through this like every year, and they always make sure that they are approved for their vacation. So naturally, now I'm irritated. Now I don't want to hear it no more, because you do not want a solution. You just want to complain, and I'm not your fucking therapist. You're fucking annoyance after work. Shut the fuck up. So I'm like, Lord God. So I end up asking him, like, what do you want me to say? I'm giving you a solution to you shutting them all down, making another problem. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I cannot help you. So then I put my headphones in and proceed to keep reading my book. So I stop, come, we both get off the bus and we go our separate ways. Next day I'm leaving work, I'm at the clock out machine, about to clock out. I say what up to him, I ain't hear nothing back, but I wasn't really pressed because I be walking really fast because I be trying to catch my bus. The following day I do the same thing. I ain't hear shit, but I feel like he saw me coming, but I ain't pressed. I believe your coworkers is not your friend, so it's never that serious to me. He's not somebody that I speak to out of work, so it is what it is. I be good off people, especially when I know I didn't do anything to you, especially when you're a man trying to be chased. Like, no. Me and him never had no problem, so I wanted this to be crystal clear before I activated bitching. So he comes on the bus and I'm already on the bus. So in the back of the bus, there's 2 seats that leads up the stairs. So it's one on the left side and one on the right side next to the back door. Now the bus is basically empty, so him coming on the bus makes the 4th person that's on the bus, including me. I'm the only one sitting in the back of the bus. He comes to the back of the bus to sit in the seat that he sits in every day right next to me. I said hello to him. This man sucked his teeth and walked back down the stairs. Okay. Thank you for confirming that. The weekend goes past. I come into work. I hear somebody say, yo, Bert, what up? I know that's not the same bitch that ignored me for 2 days straight. Ignoring people is my superpower, so I ignored him. I get on the elevator. I get off on the wrong floor, so when I get off the elevator, guess who's standing right there? So he decides to say what's up, and I never do a better thing than to decide to shake things up. I decide to shake up his day first thing in the morning at 7 o'clock. I told that bitch, no, don't talk to me. Keep ignoring me like you was ignoring me for the last couple of days. Like, you don't have to talk to me. Like, I'm good. Trust me. He's like, oh, no, man, never ignore. Yes, the fuck you did. You looked me dead in my face twice. Then when you came on the bus, you literally sucked your teeth and walked out. People have this sick obsession with trying to humble me. People have this sick obsession with thinking that they are my match, and they always feel horribly. You cannot out-villain a villain. You are trying to be a villain. I am a villain at my core. Like, I don't give a fuck. I never give a fuck. What I've come to find is that people will watch interactions that I have with other people and be set for that. What I've come to find is that people will try to premeditate my attitude and go full throttle with it in hopes and trying to beat me at a game that I didn't even know I was playing. But the problem with that is that I'm not even on that type of time, that I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. I'm not that same bitch that I was 5 minutes ago. I'm like a box of chocolate. You'll never know what you'll get out of me. I'm just being me. I'm just breathing. Moral of the story is you can decide not to talk to me. That's fine. I'm not gonna chase you, especially when you're not adult enough to tell me what I've done to you that was wrong, so we can have a conversation and hash it out. But don't you ever in your rabbit ass, one brain cell lead poisoned ass mind think that you can walk past me, ignore me, look me dead in my face, and our eyes make 4 and think that I'm gonna talk to you again, bitch.
You have to match energy these days. You have to give them back the same thing that they give you. It has come down to that. And I think that a lot of people just need to grow up. They just need to grow up, honestly.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.